What's up guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. As always, a massive thank you for the support on the last ones, and today I thought I'd bring you along. We're going up north. We've got a meeting with one of our main suppliers who we're not really having issues with, but it's good to link up and discuss a few things and, you know, work on a few metrics. However, I thought I'd pick up the camera, vlog the day, drop a little bit of sauce in between, but it's just generally going to be a vlog following me for the day throughout the process of going up north to see the supplier and see if we can improve some metrics within the business. As always, the warehouse is absolutely rammed full. Stuff is still super busy, and we've still got another 2 containers on the way full of product ready to be shifted. We've got a lot of product moving into Black Friday, which is kind of the goal, I guess. We don't want to be in a position in Q4. It was like a massive key point for me that I wanted us to be super secure in terms of stock, so that we had enough to scale and spend as much as we wanted. We could do crazy offers. We can really push it in Q4. Our kind of product, I wouldn't really say it's like a gifting product, but it kind of is. And we saw it last year. Obviously, we were very organic last year. We weren't spending on ads and stuff, but we did see people buying it for gifts and stuff. And this year, I want us to really be able to push that, the gifting aspect, but also push spend, push offers, push deals. So stocking up with product was a major focus for us, which is what we've done. Like I said, off up north to catch up with the suppliers, so I'll pick up the camera in a bit. And just like that, we've made it up north. I'm gonna go head into the meeting now. Wish me luck. And I'll check in with you guys in a bit. I've just been in the car taking meetings on the way up here. Zoom meetings whilst using 3G, not the easiest thing in the world. However, we move. I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. And shut up for a second, let's take it seriously. Another successful meeting in the books. We are on our way back down south. We're stuck in traffic. We covered a lot in the meeting. It was super long, and we got a few things off our chest. They did the same. It was very constructive. There was a few things discussed that I can't talk about just yet, but the future is looking interesting for the brand that we're building here. Anyway, it's super important. As you know, over the last couple of vlogs, we saw our Chinese suppliers the other day. They flew in from China to see us and speak to us and create some payment terms and put them in place. Super important when you're building a brand at scale, when you're sending a lot of money to people, when you're trying to build relationships. Really meet up with them, have proper conversations, build a relationship, and it will hold a lot of weight through the deals and the offerings that we're doing together. So great as always to meet those suppliers up north. We're now on our way back to the warehouse. It's around 4:30, 5 p.m, so the lads would have gone home, but a busy day in the book so far. Just got back to the warehouse and the store's had a nice little flurry firing over the last 10 minutes or so, and the grind continues. So like I said, it's been a busy day, it's been a long day. It's now 5:30, 5:45, and just got back to the warehouse. Basically come back with the business partner, gonna do a bit of work, and then I've got to get home. Got the girls some donuts on the way back, some Krispy Kreme, so I'm gonna drop them home, get some dad points, and then finish the evening off with some work as well. I've got some client onboarding to do, got a load of creative work to do, in terms of new creatives for ads. On the way back just then, we've been jotting down all of our objections that customers face, all of our different demographics and how we can pinpoint them. And basically we're trying to build out more ads showing our different products to boost up the average amount of different SKUs that get purchased per order. Instead of it just being a few of our main products, we want to spread that out across the range a bit more. So I'm figuring out exactly who our customers are, what their objections are, what their demographics are, and then figuring out creatively through ads and through video how we can pinpoint each of those feelings and objections and back up a USP of our product to make them think against their objection and make them want to come and spend their money on our product. So that's what I've just been doing in the car for the last half an hour or so as my mate George was driving, so that we've got that ready. Probably going to shoot some content tomorrow on that so that we can then launch the ads tomorrow evening. Like you know, with me guys, I move extremely quickly. If I have an idea up here, I try to put it out into the world within 24 hours. Moving quickly is one of my strongest points, and it's what's carried us as far as we have in business so far. So this has been a very kind of vlog style video so far. I've been super busy, so I've just been picking up the camera where I can. But I really wanted to touch on the idea of choosing a business model that's going to make you rich in 2024. Like, it's the title, it's why you're watching this. You want to know what you can do to make more money, and that's completely fine. That's why we're all here. So the business model that I recommend over everything is e-commerce, and I'm going to tell you for why. To get rich, we're not just looking at revenue, we're not just looking at potential numbers, we're looking at actual profit that you can pull out, you can spend, and you can use to fuel the lifestyle that you want to live. We're talking about being able to borrow money for mortgages, for car finances, being able to send the kids to private school, being able to live the life that you truly dream of. I don't believe there's a business model better than e-commerce to allow you to do that. And I'm proof in the pudding. Do you know what I mean? I'm here, I'm doing it, I'm active, I'm in the trenches, I'm buying the stock, I'm meeting the suppliers. They're literally flying from China to speak to us. I'm in the middle of trying to build a brand that is going to set me up for years to come. And not the brand that is going to retire me and be the massive exit that I dream of, but a brand that's given me so much skill set. Like this business that we're building at the moment, I'm learning so much. I already felt like I knew a thing or two about e-com. Don't get me wrong, I've been doing it for 12, 13 years. But this brand in particular, where we're spending so much on advertising, where we're speaking to so many suppliers, where we're building such a big customer base, I am learning so much when it comes to how to build an actual business. And I don't believe that there's anything else other than e-com that you can really build that much skill set, that much knowledge, that much information within that you can use to exit and also leverage money too. Don't get me wrong, having cash in the bank, that's the dream, but realistically, you want that big massive house, you want the big nice cars, you're probably going to have to borrow money to make it happen. You're going to have to get a mortgage, you're going to have to get car finance. Building an e-com business allows you to do that. You can borrow money against the business, you can leverage your revenue that the business brings in to be able to borrow money to live the life you want to live. Like I said, I'm testament to that. So when it comes to you guys asking me in the comments or my DMs, what should you do to make money in 2024? What's going to make you rich? E-com is my recommendation every single time. And that's not because it's the only thing that I know, because I do a few different things, don't get me wrong, and I have done over the last few years. However, there's no business model that will make you as much money that you enjoy building as much as e-com. Yes, a little update of the warehouse. It's busy, busy, busy. It's all hands on deck. We've got still many, many, many pallets. That was full, like up to here, not long ago. So the fact that there's only 2, maybe 3 stacked pallets over there is super, super ideal. All of this, however, still goes all the way down to the back wall. So all this follows that all the way down. We've had all of these moved. So these racking levels, they were set up incorrectly by the guys that set up the racking. So we've had to hire a scissor lift and get the lads to adjust the top level, meaning that we can fit these pallets that we've had in from China up onto the racking specifically, meaning that it can go away and it can be stored and it doesn't have to be on the ground. So that's going to be ideal. It's going to feel like we've got a lot more space back. We've had 5 pallets of our UK supplied stock come in today on the truck, which is handy. We usually go around 5-10 pallets a week at the moment from our UK suppliers that we just met up north. And then the China suppliers usually send a container every 2 weeks. We've got 2 more containers coming this month. So this stock that's on the floor, the idea of getting up there is because we're about to have all of that again in terms of the amount of stock that's coming in. So all of this stock down here, we've got coming again. So we need to get that up on the racking as soon as possible to make space. Otherwise, it's panic attack vibes. So yeah, loads of stock. The lads have been super, super busy today. The warehouse is looking full and busy, but there's space for more clients. So if you are running a D2C brand and you want better storage and distribution, holler your boy. Speaking of Chinese suppliers, quickly show you guys what they brought me. Well, brought the team, I won't be selfish. Look at this. Not sure what that is. Don't know if it's for gravy or potentially tea. Probably more likely tea than a gravy jug. However, crockery of some sort. And then this, I believe, is called a moon cake. No one in the team's been brave enough to eat it yet. However, that was a lovely gift from our suppliers. The amount we paid them, they should have probably brought us a car. However, we will accept crockery and moon cakes for the time being. Bye, mate. And just like that, we're leaving. It's home time. I'm clocking out. Well, not really. I've got fucking so much work to do, it's unbelievable. However, I'm leaving the office, I'm leaving the warehouse, and I'm going home to see my lovely family. The humble whip of choice is a very clean, not dusty, not scribbled on, very cared for and maintained Land Rover Defender 110. Some of you guys are fans of this vehicle. I'm not really. I mean, it's okay for literally the dogs and battering around, but genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, it is a crap car. Like, I know that obviously some people dream of having this car, and like, don't get me wrong, I loved the idea of getting the car and I loved it when I first got it, but it is really bad. Like, for a 50 grand car, I genuinely don't think I'd really recommend one to anyone. the amount of electrical problems that I've had. The service from Land Rover, you would have seen on my Instagram, was so bad. And just all in all, I would probably recommend getting something different if you were looking at getting a 50 grand Land Rover Defender. Yeah, that sounds great. So I'll send
Have you had any returns?
Oh yeah, bloody hell, Peter. you're not the first person to have a problem. I mean, we've sold thousands and thousands of units, and a lot of time it is just without. I'm not being rude, but sometimes there is user error, and like that's absolutely fine if that's the case. So we're here to make sure that it's being used correctly. I'm here to make sure that you've got full understanding of how to get the most out of it. So fucking hell, I tell you something. You know all that stuff about e-com being the best thing in the world. Unfortunately, customer service is the worst thing in the world. And some people that spam your Facebook when they've got a problem with a product, I've had enough of it now. Like the people that spam it, I just message them and say, give me a ring, mate. I'm like, hello, Lou here, what's the problem, what's the matter? And unfortunately with our demographic, which is older guys, and no, we don't sell like erectile dysfunction tablets. However, naturally our demographic is older guys. They love a moan. They love a moan on Facebook. So nowadays I'm just pinging them on my number on the way back if I've got 10 minutes and having a little natter. Peter there, he's happy. He wants his product to work better than it does, so he'll be getting a video from me tomorrow showing him how to get the most out of his product. And what I'll do after that is I'll say 5-star Trustpilot, please, Pete, and he will happily leave one, I'm sure. So yeah, e-com is, I promise, the best thing in the world, but the customer service, it can get intensive. Hello, my son. Oh, hello, my son. Hello. How are you? How are you? Oh, God. Put the camera down. Down. It's a G-Wagon. You just smashed your head. You twat. Hi, Dust. Right, enough. Calm. We're back home. Back like we never left. Got dogs all over me. Live in a fucking madhouse. Right, I'm going to go... Dogs, get out of the way. I'm going to go deliver some donuts, and then I'll pick the camera up after I've done my dues, said my hellos, gave my kisses, and I'll loop back in. Did you like your donut?
The best day ever!
Woo!
Just fine!
Hell yeah! Did you like your donut?
Yeah.
Do you love me?
Yeah.
I love you.
I all think of it.
Oh, you the best. I love you. You reading? And Lauren has been painting. She's waited until she was pregnant to start painting the house, apparently, unsure as to why, and she has painted this entire room. To be completely honest with you, this doesn't look any different. This wall was blue, dark blue, so this does look very different. Bless her, she's been on the graft whilst I've been on the hustle. Anyway, kids are happy with their donuts. I'm now gonna go pay Lauren some attention and then walk the dog. Come home to a celebration of Dexter's birthday. We have cucumber. We have peanut butter. Why is it not focusing? We have cucumber, peanut butter, and a candle.
To you, happy birthday.
It's not a cake, Piper, it's a cucumber. Okay, he's absolutely... No. Just taking the big man for a walk. I was just thinking then, had a little think back on my day so far. Well, my day, because it's pretty much over. And we sat down. So our main supplier that I went and saw this morning, well, for the day, they've had new investment from another guy that's very much in business, who's now 50%, I guess, owner of the supplier that we use. Anyway, we ended up sitting down with him for around an hour or two, just talking all things our current deal, all things business, how we operate, how we want to operate, all that good stuff. And he does over £400 million a year revenue. And it's like, I mean, he was sound. He was a bit mad, but he was sound. And you sometimes get a bit caught up in your own success. You get a bit caught up in your own numbers, in your own wave. And it's mad to think how much of a small fish I am. A lot of my friends are. People that we all think we do quite well for ourselves, and we get quite comfortable and like to talk about numbers and all that good stuff, as you guys know. But it's mad to think that I just sat down for like 2-3 hours with a guy that does over 400 million quid a year. Like, to be able to provide a service or sell a product that will go through that many people's hands and has that much desire or provides that much of an impact that people spend that much money with him, it's mental. And yeah, Who would have thought, like years and years ago, when I was a kid that dreamed of having a business and running a brand, that I'd be in the same room, let alone having a one-to-one conversation for hours on end with a guy that literally makes 400 million quid a year. And like, I don't have a desire to really be at that level. Like, that's not really, doesn't fuel me. That's not really the motivation. Like 40 mil a year, even 40 mil a year is absolutely mental. Like, you're set. 400 mil, that comes with different unique problems that not many people have to deal with. Anyway, learned a lot today. Some really cool insights into business in general, but also it was just good to get to know the suppliers a little bit better, and it's good for them to get to know us better and what our plans are from a supplier perspective. They've got a client, us, that's gone from 60k in rev last year to over like 2.5 mil this year so far. So it's really good for them to put a bit more personality behind it all and get to know us and our story a bit better. It's going to provide a better relationship between us, which will help on all angles. So yeah, I thought I'd just capture that moment, capture that thought process of the realization of actually speaking to someone that makes 400 million pound a year. 400 mil. Everyone want to look at how handsome my dog is? So yes, to wrap up the video, firstly, thank you for watching. Thanks for coming along with a pretty manic day in the life. You're used to them by now with this channel. Like I said, I'm staying consistent. I'm keeping the content coming out, and I thank you for your support. If you can drop a comment, drop a like, and make sure you're subscribed, it really helps motivate me to keep me pushing and making more content. But today, we went and saw a supplier. I spent time with a man that makes 400 million pound a year, and I had a lot of good fun with my business partner. So all in all, been a pretty successful day, I'd say. Like I said earlier on in the video, there is no business model like ecom that you will have as much fun, learn as much, build as strong as a mindset and skill set within, and let alone the profit and the revenue that can come off the back of it too. So if you're looking for a business to start and you're trying to find something that's profitable, I recommend and I advise to look into ecom. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the growth, and get busy. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.